Yeah.
When you guys eat those butter chicken, whatever dinners, dinner salad, whatever, I found 3 of them stacked in this. Please just rent them home and send them. Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back in the Sad Lawn Arena from Barrie, Ontario. It's the Barrie Colts and the Cornwall Colts, the battle of the Colts here tonight. As the face-off about to get underway. Draw one, it's picked up by Barrie. They're in their home uniforms at home tonight. Wanted to do that specially as a save made early here by Chabot. It looked like Jelsma had him beat on the backhand, but Chabot just got back over to the post to keep it out. And a good early chance for the Barrie Colts. Face-off here, left side of their net. Cornwall 2-1-1 on the season. The Barrie Colts 5-2-1 on the season. As here is Aki going to the net, shooting it, stopped by Chabot. In the corner, it's played along now. Lazon on the giveaway to Marnell. Jelsma to the net again. It's kicked out by Chabot. Down low, penalty coming. It's going to Cornwall. You could feel it coming with the early pressure put on the Colts here. Hooking the call as Bindelis will head off for Cornwall. Colts coming off a huge win that's given them some tempo. Winning 4-2 over the Toronto Wildhounds. Draw one, Aitchison just missed the net wide. They got a point in that first game against Toronto as another stop made by Chabot. So 3 out of 4 points collected against the Wildhounds in those 2 games. That's the first 2 of 4 between those 2 teams this year. As here's Patterson, moves in, it's all Barrie right now, the save made, and it just slides wide of Caleb Chabot's net. Lazon sends it the length of the ice. Cornwall chasing after it with Vida. Just about gave it away was Aitchison. Now the pass finds Stewart. Through the middle of the ice, might be a 2-on-1. Pearson getting back. There's the shot, stopped by Chabot. He kept it out. 25 seconds left on this penalty kill. Aitchison ahead. And it's Wigley to the net. He stopped again. What a save by Chabot. 2 seconds. Another shot blocked. That doesn't go. Pearson turned it over. Stewart in front. That doesn't go. Shooting gallery right now. It's all Barrie in this battle of the Colts. Wigley kips it in. Backhander goes wide. Bindelis out of the box. He's back to it. And finally, Cornwall turns up ice. Here they come. The fans applauding the efforts, though, of their club. Bindelis knocked off the puck. Lazon was trying to get it. But it's Barrie to it again, and here they come. Stewart down the right side. Whining for an opportunity. Looking from behind out front. What a stop by Chabot. Down low. Again from behind the goal line out front. It's Aki. Off to Aitchison. That tips just over the goal. And Pike is there but can't clear. And there's a chance by Patterson. That stays out. Robitaille. Here's Bindelis, and here comes Cornwall. Haven't really had a chance in this game yet. Shots 11-0 for Barrie. McDonald to Logan. Wine, shoots, scores! Colts on their first shot of the night. It's Cornwall who takes the lead. And it's Logan with his first as a Cornwall Colt. 11:07 of the first period. It's been an onslaught of chances for Barrie, but Cornwall opens the scoring on only their first shot of this contest. No tip in front, but very close. You could see that there was an opportunity to redirect that, and it missed the stick out front of Robitaille, but it doesn't matter. A lead is a lead. The Cornwall Colts will take it the way they've been playing here so far tonight. Here's Aki. It's Chabot's the reason Cornwall's winning this one. Jelsma to Boydion, trying to get a shot that was blocked. Robitaille. And Cornwall goes the other way with it. Caden Pike now, right wing. He'll wind his way to the net, shooting it. Took a turn as Hildebrand made the save. Here's Yodion in the corner of his own end. Aitchison. Pass finds Bodian. Here he comes in over the Cornwall line. McDonald back to defend, but the shot got to the net. Stopped by Chabot. Logan to McDonald. That's turned over, but they get it ahead again to Tristan Moran. He's in. He'll shoot. Save made easily, but it bounced right back to him. He'll try again, and Hildebrand has that and holds on. 4:14 to go here in the first. It's 1-0 Cornwall from Barrie. Shots to goal in this game are 12-3 Barrie, but it's 1-0 Cornwall. Face off one back. Colts have it here, and that's Cornwall. Or Sony. Back to the point, Moran. He lets it go. They score! It was stopped, but on the doorstep is Belleville to tap in the rebound, and Cornwall goes back-to-back to take a 2-0 lead here in the first from Barrie. Battle of the Colts here, and this is exactly what you want to see from Cornwall. Put it to the net, good things happen. The rebound's sitting there. Go to the net and pick up that rebound, the dirty area of the net. You got to find a way to put that puck in, and they do, to take a 2-0 lead. Good coverage by the Colts and good vision to see a man open going to the net. Here's Grisolia, stopped. Rebound down low. It's Lowe trying to find it. That's stopped and cleared by Belleville. 2 to go here in the first. Iced here by Cornwall, but are they going to win the race? No, they're not. Minute 41 to go here, first period. Cornwall 2, Barrie nothing. I think the biggest surprise so far this season is the fact that the Cornwall Colts actually look better than the Wildhounds this year. And of course, they're ahead of them right now in the standings, even though Toronto has more wins. It's based on where they've been in games. Yes, they have a 2-1-1 record, but it's how they got there. Toronto is 6-1-1. As here's Moran, he'll send it in, playing it around, but it's the goal differential and the shots against. Here's Moses moving in, a shot to end the period. He's stopped by Chabot, and we're through the first. It's 2-0 Cornwall here tonight for Barrie. Barrie Colts dominated most of that period, and then Cornwall gets one shot away, and it finds its way in the net. And then a good setup to double the lead, 2-0 after one. Shots a goal in that first period, 14 for Barrie, 6 for Cornwall. It's 2-0 Cornwall after one. The hits are 3-1 for Barrie. Face off 6-1. Power plays, they're 0 for 1. Cornwall hasn't had one, 2-0 after one. Welcome into period 2 here tonight from Sad Lawn Arena. Barrie Colts and the Cornwall Colts. Battle of the Colts here tonight. Face off one back. We just started the period. Marnell finds Vita. This might be trouble. Vita rolled off his stick. What an opportunity to make it 3. But it rolls off his stick, and they catch a break. As here's offside against Fernand Olivier Perron. Yeah, it definitely looked like a close chance to make it 3-0, and just rolls off the stick of Vita at the last second before he can tap it in on the backhand. Face off one. Here's Aki. He'll send it ahead to Yodion. Here's a chance early in the period. It's sent wide off the mark. Gelsma with it. Back to the point. It's Aki. That's fanned on, and here come the Colts. Fernand Olivier Perron has Lazon with him. Here's the pass out front. It goes into the corner, and they'll set back for it again. Mardell. Gelsma kicking that back around to his teammate, and Aki turned it over to Lazon, but he gave that away to Beaudion. And Beaudion trying to get out of the zone. Cornwall getting in there, winning the battles down low. Fernand Olivier Perron back to the point. This goes all the way back down into the Cornwall zone. 6 gone here in the middle frame. It's still 2-0 Cornwall. That pass bounced by Pike, but he wins the race. Drops it off the boards back to the point. Gelsman took it away. Frazier challenging him. Pass finding Beaudion to Yodian, and that's turned over to Pike. He'll try to send that back in. Kicking it in was Robitaille. Gelsma getting it right back through center. In over the Cornwall line. Trying to get it to the net. Here's a chance. Beaudion blocked. It rolls to Chabot. Marnell has it. Colts in their own end, but they'll look to get it out here. Transition. Vindelis sending it in for Cornwall. Chased around by Caden Pike. Down low. Here's the shot. That stop. Rebound chipped wide. Robitaille out front. Nobody was there. Good chance nonetheless again for Cornwall, trying to extend that lead to 3-0. Aitchison to the goal. Backhanded high over the net. Logan. LeBlanc to Belleville. Sent in here. Colts chase after it. It's Moran shooting it high. And the save made by Hillebrand. And he holds on. 7:02 to go in the middle period. Still 2-0 from the first. Barrie does not have a shot this period. Defense doing a great job for Cornwall. Face off one. Here's Aitchison. All 14 shots for them in the first. Nothing here in the second. Here's Aki one-on-one with Logan. Logan stopped them, but they got it back, and it rolled off the reach. It's Belleville to Moran, sending it the other way. Now, Patterson on the turnaround. Patterson to the goal. He gets by, and he's stopped by Chabot. First shot of the period for Barrie. Here's LeBlanc, sending it in for Cornwall. Chased around by Moran. Moran to the goal. He stopped. Rebound. They score. Wabam going to the net. He cleans up the rebound, and Cornwall does extend the lead. It's 3-0. 16-20 here of the second period. You can hear the boos from Barrie. Well, the Colts had a very good first period, and that's the Barrie Colts. But they got absolutely robbed by Shabbat in the early going, and only allowed 6 shots in that first period. They allow 4 here in the second, but a goal comes from it. The shots this period are 4-1 Cornwall. Wabam dropped it off. Nobody was there. Here's Wigley the other way. He'll bring it in, going to the goal. Down low to Patterson. It goes wide. Kristoff to Lamb. Under 2 to go this period. 3-0 Cornwall. Sent into the Barrie zone. Picked up by Murad. Forehand. He's stopped by Hillebrand. Tested him there, trying to go roof. Well, the Colts catching up in everything here. The Cornwall Colts, that is. And shots in this game are 14-11, but it's 3-0 Cornwall. So they're not going to count that shot on goal for Barrie. They do not have a shot this period. Here's Passmore. Being harassed in their own zone, but now Moses tripped, and that will result in a penalty. As Cornwall heads off here, Barrie to the power play. They are 0 for 1 on the night. They're going to need something here, down by 3. Here's the face-off. Battle of the Colts, but it's one way here tonight. Aitchison right on. Good save made. And it's cleared, but not out. One last chance. That's stopped by Shabbat. Another look, but the buzzer goes, and they get 2 shots right before the buzzer. There are only 2 shots of that second period, but Shabbat had to be sharp. And the Colts add another on the rebound. Wabam with his first as a Colt. It's 3-0 after 2. Shots a goal in the game are 16-11 Barrie. It's 3-0 Cornwall after 40 minutes. Hit 6-1 for Barrie. Faceoffs 10-3 Barrie. Power plays 0 for 1. A minute 52 on the power play to start the third for Barrie. And Cornwall with a 3-0 lead. Welcome into period 3 from Barrie tonight. Very one-sided game, yet the Barrie Colts have had their chances, just haven't been able to break through Caleb Shabbat tonight. Here's Jelsma. Just Bodian couldn't get the shot. Played it in front, and a good save made by Shabbat. That's poked ahead. Pass finds Pike, but it did not get out. Here's Aki down the middle. Jelsma, big stop made by Shabbat. Looked like it was going in. Pendalis kicks that free to Vida. Pass up on the wing for Caden Pike. He'll send in, and they'll chase after it. It's Vida. Had a chance earlier. Shooting. That's blocked. Caden Pike back to it. To Vida. Alone out front. He stopped easily there. Didn't get enough on that shot. A good chance, but just didn't get enough on it. You could see that. Here's the pass back to Vida again. Might be a 2-on-2, but he sneaks by. He shoots and scores! Joe Vida with a rip. The new Cornwall captain has struck again, and it's 4-0 Colts. It's a shorthanded goal. And this is ever since they started playing well against the Wildhounds. The first win of the season was also a sign, and that was against the London Knights, coming back to win that game down 4-1. They would take it 5-4 in a shootout against London. That's a top team, and you got to wonder if this team is legit this year, and it sure seems like they are. Face off one back. Here's Logan. He'll send it into the Barrie zone. Power play about to be done. Here's Frazier to the net. Stopped by Hillebrand. Needed that one, and they'll play it back to their netminder. But down to Aki. Almost gave it away. That could have been trouble. Pike has it. Pass in front. It slides to Hillebrand, and this time he will not take any chances. He holds on. 4-0 Cornwall here in the third period after coming off a 3-2 shootout loss to Toronto, but still collecting a point in that, and then beating them 4-2, handing them their first regulation loss of the year. So, yes, I would say that Cornwall is quite legit this year, and tonight, another effort showing that. Here's Stewart. He'll circle back and look to play it along, and over the line they come. Frazier cutting that chance. It's one-sided tonight for the Battle of the Colts, yet chances have been there. Here's Pike. He'll let it go. Kicked out by Hillebrand. Frazier to the middle. Whining. Shooting. That's blocked. Kept in, though. Logan to Pike. Pike plays it out front. That's sent around to Logan. He did keep it in. Off to McDonald. Has an opening. He'll shoot it. Stopped by Hillebrand, and he holds on. 12:19 to go. It's 4-0 Cornwall. Very one-sided game here tonight, but This is what you want to see from this Cornwall lineup. We've mentioned it all season long so far. Logan with a lane, has one tonight. He stopped. And now Aitchison just trying to get out of his zone. And he almost turned it over, but they do get it out finally. Bodian, all he could do is chip and chase. Logan cutting that down. The pass back to Yodion. To the point. That shot got through, and Shabbat had to be sharp on it. He was. Here's LeBomb. Has a goal tonight, his first as a Colt. To Beliveau, moves in, fake, centers, they score! What a passing setup play by the Colts. LeBomb has his second of the night, and it's 5-0 Cornwall. At 10:36 of the third period, and the Barrie fans get up to leave here. Well, as expected, right? This has definitely been one of those one-sided games. However, Barrie had their chances. You can't say they didn't. 14 shots in that first period of all their shots tonight. They dominated that first, but found themselves down 2-0 at the end of one. Sometimes games just go like that. Good night for Caleb Shabbat in between the Cornwall pipes. Here's Beliveau. He was very sharp against the Toronto Wildhounds as well. We did mention that for sure, but seeing it again here tonight with a chance at a shutout. 6.5 to go. They're up 5-0. Yodian moves it to the net. That's blocked by Marnell. Fernand Olivier Perron the other way, and the Colts will send it in here. Chip and chase. It's sent around the far boards. Aitchison has it. Aitchison gave that away. Bodian moves in. Dropped for Jelsma. That shot sticked away and sent back out to center. Here's Tiller trying to send it in. Now he has it again. Going to the net. And he turned that over to Lazon. Here comes Colby Lazon. Can't leave an opening, and they did for a split second. And he was trying to break down the middle of it, but gave that away. Gets it back here, though. Here's Colby Lazon. Back to the point. Fernand shooting. Good save made by West. With 1:31 to go here from Barrie. 5-0 Cornwall. And this is what you want to see from this Cornwall lineup, obviously. And we have here tonight. Cornwall Colts, if you're wondering, they're going to be playing the Barrie Colts back at their home next. As Bindelis sends this back, it's off the boards and back into the zone. Shabbat plays it in the final 30 seconds here. Pass finds Vita, and Vita's ahead up the right side. Moves to the middle, wide, shoots! Didn't miss that by much. Bindelis back to the point, that comes out, and Moses has a step for the Barrie Colts. They caught him, he got it back, and he's stopped by Shabbat. Down to 10 seconds to play. So these two teams will play each other again in Cornwall next game. Here's the draw. One back, picked up. Passmore deflects, it's stopped by Shabbat. Mardell with it. Sent ahead, Walker with 3 seconds left. Here's Walker, one last shot that's blocked. And that will end the hockey game. The Cornwall Colts improved to 3-1-1 on the season. They win it 5-0 here from Barrie. What a performance again by Caleb Shabbat. This is back-to-back wonderful performances by him, allowing 2 goals in the last 70 shots faced. Your final score tonight, it's the Cornwall Colts 5, the Barrie Colts 0.